Hello, everybody. It is November 3rd, 2025. Tell by the t-shirt, by the background, by the album. Yep, doing the great one, Rainbow Rising. Which has, in my opinion, and probably almost everybody else on the planet's opinion, one of the best songs ever written. Oh, wow, and look at the lineup, man. Let's just talk about that first. You got, Jimmy Bain, Cozy Powell, Richie, Dio, and then Tony Carey. Was he a holdover from the first album from Elf? I don't know much about Tony Carey. But, I mean, come on. I mean, you got half of what eventually becomes Dio on here, 2 out of the 5 people. Remember, I'm not good at math. Guess who's running through here?
Yeah, I am.
She's running. I don't know what. Oh, yeah, she's got. Oh, my little Randy Bear's got an ear infection. I'm sorry, baby. No, she got to put drops in. I love you. I'm sorry that you have her. I love you. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
All 9 people that watch our videos. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what a lineup! Come on. I mean, you got Ronnie and Jimmy that eventually go into Dio. Cozy Powell, who will be in Black Sabbath, but not with Ronnie. Almost in Dehumanizer, but there he gets in. What is it? A motorcycle accident or for horse racing? Some kind of accident. I don't remember exactly why. But Ronnie's also happy that doesn't happen because there was some friction between him and Cozy Powell. And then this Tony Carey guy. I don't know much about him, not even going to lie. And then, of course, Richie Blackmore. I don't care what anybody says. I even like Blackmore's Night. My wife and I used to listen to Blackmore's Night all the time. The Lantern or something of the Village Lantern or something. That was one that I think we listened to. I gotta pull Blackmore's Night out again and listen to some more Blackmore's Night. I like Candace Knight's voice is beautiful. And Richie always loved this medieval thing. So did Ronnie. But that's not what we're here to talk about. But, when you talk about medieval feel, you absolutely get it off this album. Now, interesting thing. Ronnie does an interview, I believe in 94 it said. He's on his tour bus. If you Google Ronnie Dio bus interview, it'll pull it up. And he goes through every album he was on and tells you what he thinks of them up until whatever time that would have been, Angry Machines maybe, and gives his 2 cents on all of them. He does not talk well of this album, and he even shows, this is the one everyone loves. First side, this is where I really, and he's the man, but I'm going to disagree with him. The first side is great, but the second side is overindulgent, and I mean, I get that. Yeah, yes, it's 2 songs that are extreme. And he goes, here, play a 8-minute drum solo. Whatever. There's the album. This was not. I got this at a used record store. I only had this on CD. But play an 8-minute drum solo, and Richie, you play an 8-minute guitar solo, and blah blah. I mean, he's right. I'm not going to disagree with him, but how do you say that about Stargazer? Stargazer is without a doubt, and I will argue anybody who disagrees with this, Stargazer is one of the best songs ever written. It is perfect. Every single note of that song is perfect. A Light in the Black is not that far from that either. So I mean, yes, it's self-indulgent and whatnot, but you know what? There were times in Sabbath where we're getting self-indulgent with all that stuff. All those bands were. I mean, come on. Okay, so let me go through this. Let's rank it. It's not going to be a big surprise to anybody. I mean, I don't... And what it ends up being, I mean, not going to be a big surprise. Terror Woman, I mean, what a strong, unbelievable way. And of course, I mean, this band sounds so good. They are such 5 great musicians. it just, so perfect. Terrell Woman's a 5. I mean, not even a thought. Run with the Wolf is a good song. Not the first one that pops into my mind with Rainbow, but again, it's not a bad song by any means. Run with the Wolf is 4. Starstruck's a 5. Great song. Love it. Do You Close Your Eyes is the other 4 off the album. Again, good song. No complaints about it whatsoever. But, not as... It's not a perfect song. It's not Snowblind. It's not... Hallowed Be Thy Name. It's not an absolute perfect song. So, they can't all be perfect. Stargazer, on the other hand, is, I only go to 5, but it's a 5 trillion. Stargazer is just, it is the song. And then A Light in the Black is 5. You add them up, and it goes to 4.6. And as I said a million times, I don't round, so it's a 5. Album absolutely is a 5. Come on. Even with the 2 songs that were 4s, yeah, that's a 5. Rainbow's a really interesting band because you don't get the same lineup on any of the Ronnie albums. It's pretty much Elf on the first one. Then you have Shake Up, and you have different people on this one. Then like Bob Daisley is on Long Live Rock and Roll. It's Richie. Richie he's an ass. He really is. You be diplomatic about it, but the guy's an arrogant jag. Ronnie Dio, if you watch the Ozzy documentary, No Escape, it's No Escape from Now, right? I think that was the name of it. But the one about, his last few years. It starts off where he's watching Ronnie. Jack says he's been watching Ronnie interviews on YouTube nonstop, and it was because he's like, I never knew this guy. I had this, he doesn't go into it. He just says, I never knew him. Or Jack says he never knew him. But he had this feud with this guy for decades and whatnot, and he's like, I didn't even know this guy. I think they only, there's a story where they fought in the Rainbow Bar and Grill. I don't even know if that's true. There's the one picture where they're at a festival. It looks like about 83. And, neither one of them are, it's kind of like They didn't know each other. Sharon knew him. Sharon knew Ronnie. Ozzy never did. But, where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. Oh. If you watch a lot of interviews with Ronnie, he talks a lot about what the hell? Where was I going with this? Boy, don't get old, kids. I had a point to this. God, I almost want to stop the video and back up and see what my point was. Watching the videos, I know he doesn't say that this is his favorite album. I don't remember. It'll come to me when I hit stop. But this album, I know exactly where I was going. He says in multiple videos, he learns from Richie Blackmore what not to do. He learns from Richie Blackmore, hey, do this, as far as music, and you can do this. But he says in a different interview, he learned what not to. He said in the bus interview, but then another one he goes, I learned what not to do from Richie. Where Richie, I guess, was would spit on his fans and swear at his fans, and Ronnie was always great to the fans. So it was very tumultuous, and I think that in between this album and when we get to Long Live Rock and Roll, that relationship between Ronnie and Richie is really frayed. Really, really frayed. But, all 3 albums are great. Which one do I think is the best? I do think the first album is better than this one. It would go in order of release. I think the first album is the best, and that's the one Ronnie said he thought was the best. This one would absolutely be second, close second, and Long Live Rock and Roll wouldn't be too far behind. Again, 3 great albums. The first one and this one would probably, obviously this one's a 5. The first one, I'll do it, and hopefully it'll be a 5. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Long of Rock and Roll will probably be up between. I could see it being a toss up 4 or 5. But great albums, absolutely great albums. It's a crime that Rainbow did not hit big in the U.S. You know, obviously, American audiences are big on 3 minutes and 50-second songs. What's the next single? What's the next single? What's the next single? It wasn't happening, man. I mean, they did. You know, some of these were shorter songs, but again, when you take a song like Stargazer, that should be in everyone's head. But look at Bohemian Rhapsody. If you watch the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, who's going to listen to a 7-minute song or whatever it was? And they did. And I think if Stargazer got the promotion, it would have stayed. Zeppelin songs were long, man. I'm not a big Zeppelin guy, and I will turn them off. I know people, what are you, crazy? And man, I'll go back and I'll listen to another song and a half on a different station, go back, and Zeppelin's still going. So I don't know what the deal was, but Rainbow did not get the due that it should have in the U.S. and should have been bigger in Europe. I mean, they were just an unbelievable band. They have come around. There's a lot more exposure now, especially with like Sirius, the Ozzy's Boneyard, and I guess they're playing on Hair Nation too. But nah, they should have had their due in the 70s. All right, so again, it's a 5. Great album, classic album all around. Tell me what you guys think about Rainbow Rising. Like, comment, and all that stuff. Bye.